You may not agree with me on this one, but I'm going to say how I feel. I don't think taxpayers should have to eat the cost for student loan debt. I don't.
This is the third or fourth time I had to re-record this video because of the stuff I was saying, because this irritated me so much, because I hate when people say, like, I had to pay my student loans, they should have to pay their student loans and stuff like that, or like, we ain't giving free money, or this is where not my tax dollars should go. Normally when people say that, they show how privileged they are and they show how ignorant they are at the same damn time. Because number one, have you looked where the tax dollars go? Have you looked how much of your taxes will be going towards that? Probably not. Probably not. Also, did you have a problem when people were getting PPP loans? Did you have a problem when the government always bails these businesses out? Probably not. The reason you have a problem is you had to struggle, so you think everybody else should have to struggle. You do not realize how much of a luxury it is for you to be able to pay off your student loans. That is a luxury. You are able to not only pay your bills and live your life, but also pay your student loans. That is a luxury. You probably have resources normal people don't have. You probably had your parents who can help you out. You probably have friends that can help you out. You probably had a high-paying job. Guess what? Not everybody has that. In fact, most people don't. Like, you have a problem with people who could barely afford life. They can barely afford life. You have a problem with them getting their loans forgiven because you had to pay your student loans. That's insane. That shows you how selfish of a country we are. Like, that's all it is showing how evil spirit you are as a person. Because that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. We got people who can't even afford groceries. People can't afford groceries. And you out here saying, I had to pay my loans. You should still have to pay your loan. There's no such thing as free money. But in fact, there is. There's a lot of free money. And it be going to them people who are super wealthy. That's what it is. America has always given handouts to people, especially the people who look like you. But let's not get into that. Let's not get too deep into that, because this video will be 20 minutes long. You are showing how selfish you are. I don't understand people who are like, I had to struggle, so you should have to struggle. Or I was able to do it, you should be able to do it. That is such a dumbed down version of reality. Like, not everybody could afford that. Not everybody could afford that. People are actually struggling. And you want to add on another bill on top of that. Like, when people take out student loans, they don't take out student loans like it's free money. They take out student loans because you cannot get a good job. You cannot get a paying job, basically, without a college degree. And they have made college cost so much, even though it used to be free. They've made it cost so much that people can't afford to go to college. That's why a lot of people go to the military and do their time in the military to use that to pay off school. And they have made it that way. So when you get on the internet and say this statement, you need to think before you're speaking. You need to think. Think about what you're actually saying. Because I think you didn't think this one through. And I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. Being able to pay off your student loans is a privilege. And I know that might sound crazy to y'all. That is a privilege. That means you have extra money to spend. People don't be having that. People don't be having that. But you know what? Let me get off my soapbox, because I need to actually do some work. I need to actually help students out. I need to do that, because that's what I get paid to do. Have a blessed day.